Fellow Ambazonians, dear countrymen, despite the hike in targeted summary execution of our innocent people by Paul Biya's killer squads, I still believe we are now at the twilight of our political daybreak, emptying the combined worth and wealth of a lifetime fortune into the country of our collective dream.
A place we can surely call home.
At last, my people, the wind of total liberation is sweeping through Ambazonia, our priceless inheritance.
The land of our forebears.
A place we can surely call home.
A few years ago, a vicious dictator declared war on our sovereign nation of Ambazonia. It is a war we did not seek nor provoke, but are determined to muster every strength we can harness and continue sending the message to our enemy that we have risen to call home.
We have paid dues for everything. We pay tax for goods we buy. We pay fuel in our cars. We pay hospital bills and the dues for all other sacrifices.
I can give all I have for the one hope that I have.
Because I hate my CID. I'm actually proudly Amazonian.
Let's get it straight. The freedom of Ambazonia will not depend on the free will of her enemies.
Independence will be but days away if we get it right with our CID back.
My dear comrades, I am appealing to every Ambazonian to register with the CID program.
We have no control over our distorted history, but with our CID, we can set the pace and determine the future of Ambazonia.
Yes, the hope for the future is in our hands. As an Ambazonian, my identity is conclusive. My right is guaranteed. My vote will always count as I pay my CID.
As an Amazonian, I will shape the future with my CID.
With your CID of just $10 per month, the interim government is contract to fulfill all that you wish to be done.
Let us build a freedom mansion from the little block, which is our CID levy.
There will be food for everyone, hope for every child, justice for every citizen when we pay our CID levy.
Yes, the dream we can realize. With my compulsory independence dues, CID, I have the opportunity to give to the next generation a greater nation, better than we inherited.
Yes, CID program is freedom made easy, freedom made cheap, freedom for Amazonia now.
I wish ningemwona Magufuli, nipige magoti, nimpongeze hadharani. Yani rais wa muungano wa jamhuri, mchapakazi hachoki, anayepinga nani? Ametuvusha vikwazo, wewe nami, ona nchi anavyoijenga. Flyover sa tunazo, daraja Kigamboni, airport imeshajengwa. Acha nikupongeze kwa Air Tanzania. Zidi baba tuongeze, Air basi Bombardia. Standard gauge tuteleze, kusafiri unasinzia. Acheni tu niwaeleze, Magufuli kapania. Odadi Magufuli cheza nipone, sopenda wabanwecho magumu acheni. Odadi asa cheza nipone, jembe toka Chato. Magufuli ndo rais wa wanyonge, aga mpole mtu wa dini hajachoka. Tunashukuru amesame mara 70, mapiko chasa yupo huru. Wa Tanzania tupewe nini, vilokufa yeka vifufua. Karudisha nidhamu serikalini, ukileta janja na tumbua. Sekta madini, umeme, maji, kero zimepungua. Elimu bure vijijini, watoto shule wanabukua. Ifikapo 2020 kura yangu wechukua. Asa tufiche ya nini, Magu uongozi anaujua. Dar es Salaam mwendo kasi, vituo vya afya kila kata. Machinga tunachapa kazi, tena huru bila shaka. Burigi utari ameongeza, uchumi uweze panda. Serikali Dodoma inapendeza, Tanzania ya viwanda. Odadi Magufuli cheza nipone, sopenda wabanwecho magumu acheni. Odadi asa cheza nipone, jembe toka Chato. Magufuli ndo rais wa wanyonge, asa wote wa Tanzania tusimame imara. Eni wote Tanzania, Tanzania tusonge mbele. John Pombe Magufuli simama imara, yani sote tusonge mbele. Tanzania tusonge mbele. Oh Mama Samia Suluhu basi simama imara, pamoja tusonge mbele. Tanzania tusonge mbele. Baba Kasimu Majaliwa simama imara, kwa pamoja tusonge mbele. Tanzania tusonge mbele.
belong. My purpose land. My purpose land. Africa, my purpose land. Now, hear me.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, we want to know who owns the land. We want to know who owns Ambazonia. We want to know who owns the Southern Cameroons. That is why we come to you every day from ABC Ambazonia to justify why we are in the war, why we are in the fight for the soul of Ambazonia. I'd like to welcome all of you who are tuning in from across the globe to watch ABC. It's always a privilege to come to you. I believe as you join the Facebook platform, for those of you watching from the Facebook platform, I want to believe as you join, please go ahead as usual, hit the share button so that I can come to you with this presentation. It is going to be a short one. It is going to be a short presentation. So please quickly go ahead and hit your share button. Hit your share button as quickly as you join the platform. I got some very, very exciting announcement to bring to you about ABC. And of course, one of the key topics we are talking about here or addressing here in this presentation is the blast in Equatorial Guinea. The blast in Equatorial Guinea. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be bringing to you what we know as your interim government. So please go ahead and quickly share, hit your share button. Many people did not know I was coming live, and we have also changed from ABC Ambazonia Television to ABC Ambazonia. Now, those are two different titles there. ABC Ambazonia Television. We are now using on Facebook ABC Ambazonia, and so many people do not know that yet. But if you hit your share button, it gets to them. They will just need to click on the link to join the broadcast. Somehow we started facing difficulties again on ABC Ambazonia Television Facebook page, and so we thought to navigate over to ABC Ambazonia. We're going to be doing this until Facebook is no longer persecuting us, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know why Facebook keeps on persecuting ABC, but we will keep on doing our best with what we have. So please, so much to talk about. Go ahead, you hit your share button, and I will be right back. Don't touch your remote, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once more, thank you for joining the broadcast today. I am your regular host, the anchor man, Chris Ano. Again, it's a privilege to be with you today. So much to talk about, to report to you today, but I bring to you two key things to talk about. Number one will be the blast that destroyed French Cameroon military armor in a small town in Equatorial Guinea called Bata. We're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be bringing some revelations to you about that blast. And then I also have very, very important and critical intelligence that I want every restoration fighter on ground zero to take particular note. This is particularly for the restoration fighters on ground zero. Again, I need them to take particular note of this intelligence, breaking intelligence that I will be bringing to you, I also have a very, very important announcement about ABC. For those watching on Ground Zero and Europe, are going to be bringing you that important announcement. I know that those of you on Ground Zero, you can't watch ABC right now as I speak. ABC is not up the satellite on Ground Zero as I speak, but I got a very, very important announcement to bring to you today, right here, right now. And a few other things that I will be talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, I give you 3 minutes. Let's make this up to 700. Let's make this up to 700 so that I can come to you with these very critical announcements that or information that I bring to you today. And why you do that, I still want to appeal to all of you Ambazonians out there. Ladies and gentlemen, ABC cannot survive without your support. Again, ABC cannot survive without your support. I will never shy away from coming to you to appeal to you to support ABC. ABC will only go places with your support. Right now, ABC is appealing to all of you Ambazonians and non-Ambazonian supporters of the Ambazonian struggle. Please support ABC. ABC is right now off the satellite because of non-payments. I have to be very frank about that, because of non-payment. But I know there is a list that is going around, a donation list that is going around. You don't have to wait for that list to go out to make a contribution for ABC. All you need to do, you have the payment information on your screen. If you want to support ABC through PayPal, you got a PayPal email right there on the screen. You want to support ABC through Cash App or Zelle. For those of you who live in the USA, you got that on your screen. If you live in Europe, you live in Canada, you live in the UK, wherever you live, you are able to go to the website. Go to the website abcambertv.org. abcambertv.org. You're able to go to the website, click on the donation button. Click on the donation button to make a one-time donation. A one-time donation. It can be $20. It can be $50. It can be $1,000. Nothing that you give can be too small. So please, let's do that. Let's support ABC that way. Again, you have the PayPal, the Cash App, the Zelle, and the website. If you cannot use the Cash App, you cannot use Zelle, you can go to the website, click on the donation button, and make a payment either through PayPal or directly with your credit card without using PayPal. It is there. You just need to click on the donation button on ABC website that you find on your screen. Now, again, that is very, very important. We want to believe that you will do so. Now, why you do that? Why you do that, ladies and gentlemen? I want to break this news, and please keep on hitting your share button. Keep on hitting your share button. The moment you give me 700 people, I will come to you with the two main points or two main presentations that I come to you today with. But while you do that, I want to bring you this important announcement concerning ABC. As you find on your screen, ABC will be coming to Europe and Asia by way of satellite. That is the announcement I thought to bring to you today. That means besides all of Africa, not just sub-Saharan Africa, but all of Africa, besides all of Africa, in addition to all of Africa, if you live in Europe, you live in Asia, you did be able to watch ABC on satellite if you use satellite. So if you live in London, you live in France, you live in Germany, you live in Belgium, you live in Russia, you live in Lithuania, wherever you are, be it East, Central, or Western Europe, you did be able to watch ABC on your TV set if you can get the satellite. Very soon, by maybe Monday, we did be able to bring to you the coordinates with which you can receive ABC in all of Europe, in Asia, and in all of Africa. Now, for those of you on ground zero, I just like you to know the coordinates for ABC on ground zero will be changing. The coordinates, which means the channel number, and I don't know what to call it, what satellite call it, but let me call it the coordinates. The data you want to set your antenna or your decoder on, I don't know what to call it, but they are going to change. You will no longer be receiving ABC on the same channel or coordinates that you usually receive it. I'm believing that by Monday or by Tuesday, we did be able to bring you those details for you on ground zero and in Europe and in Asia. So please, get ready, fellow Ambazonians. We are expanding ABC to almost all of the world except America, except the Americas. But of course, we still have our app, we still have social media where when we come live, you can watch us. But besides social media, you can watch us 24/7 on the app, and 24/7 by satellite. So this is the important announcement I thought to bring to you about ABC, ladies and gentlemen. So please spread the news. We're gonna be bringing you again the connection details, so that if you have a satellite TV in your home, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, you didn't know how to begin to receive ABC from wherever you are. That is very, very important. Ground zero again, we will bring you those the connection information as soon as we get it. And let me also add that this connection will come to you by next week. I believe by next Wednesday. By Wednesday, not next Wednesday, but by Wednesday, because next Wednesday means the other one. But by this coming Wednesday, you should be able to receive ABC on ground zero in Europe, all of Europe, and part of Asia. The connection will start latest Wednesday. Maybe it may even start on Monday. It was actually supposed to start today, ladies and gentlemen, but because of some issues, the company told us they are not able to do it, and tomorrow being a weekend, they can only do that between Monday and Wednesday. So it's very possible that you may have ABC on ground zero on Monday on the different coordinates which we will be bringing to you. That is the announcement. In the meantime, I can't appeal to you Ambazonians enough. Please get to the website. abcambertv.org. abcambertv.org. Please support ABC, and let me let you know, for those of you who live in the USA, ABC is a non-profit organization. With a 513 what is it, 5130 503 status, non-profit status, and every donation to ABC is tax deductible if you live in the USA. If you live in the USA, every donation you give to ABC is tax deductible. So please, I encourage you, especially if you're a businessman, a businesswoman out there, your donations to ABC will be tax deductible. All right, and please, again, you have the Cash App, the Zelle, and the PayPal information right here on your screen. All you need to do is log onto the website, make a one-time donation to support ABC, and when you do, feel free to send me the receipt so I can at least know who is supporting ABC. Send me the receipt using what is that number? 603-682-2687. Again, that number is 6, that is +1 603-682-2687. When you go to the website and make your payment, please send me the receipt through WhatsApp on that number, just so I can know who is donating and supporting ABC. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was it about ABC, about the announcement that I thought to bring to you. Now, I would like to move to one of my presentations subject of the day, and this is very, very critical. This is very, very critical, and this is what I want every Ambazonia restoration fighter on the ground to take particular note. This is a critical announcement, a critical piece of intelligence, and we would want every Ambazonia fighter on ground zero to take particular note. This concerns you. This concerns you. And please, if you get this message, make sure the restoration fighters in your local government, in your community, make sure they get this piece of intelligence. This can save their lives. Again, this can save their lives. You get this particular piece of intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter where you live. If you live in Asia, in Europe, in the USA, wherever you live, and you know the restoration fighters in your own local government, please pass this piece of information to them. It can save their lives. Now, this is the information we have learned as early as today, Friday, March the 19th, that La République du Cameroon is now doing two things. They are paying leakers, they are paying agents within the communities where you find the Ambazonia restoration fighters to expose where they hide, where they live, where their camps are, so they can just drop in and pick them up. But this is not a big deal. This is not a big one. We all know about this. But the big one is this. La République du Cameroon is employing the use of a GPS tracking app. La République du Cameroon is employing the use of a GPS tracking app, with which they will use in tracking down our generals and our fighters. This is very, very critical, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way it works. They will have a black leg. They will have a black leg with the commander or with the general, at least in the vicinity, and that black leg may be a friend to the general or the commander, may be one of the close associates, maybe one of the villagers who knows their whereabouts. The La République intelligence will give this black leg a phone with the same app, a GPS tracking app. They will give him a phone with the same GPS tracking app. This man will take the phone to the location where the fighters or the general or the commander is. You will sit now. You will only do this when they are ready to rush in. When La Republique is ready to rush in to kill or to pick up the fighters. So again, this is what they will do. They will give a blackleg, a traitor, a phone. Inside the phone is a tracking app. This blackleg will now, who must be a friend or an associate, it could be one of the fighters who has sold out. He will be in proximity to the area or even the camp where the generals and the fighters are. Now he will sit there with that phone. La République du Cameroon soldiers will have their own phone that is tracking that other phone in that location, and that way that tracking device will take them exactly to the location, to the position where the commanders and the fighters are, and they will be picked up or killed. Again, this came to us as early as today. It has been used before. In fact, we will learn this is what they are now trying to apply to pick up field marshal in Libya. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what they are trying to do now to pick up field marshal in Libya. But we also believe they will try to use it to track down other commanders. They know PTs in Ketunjia, the commandos in Momo, and all the other ones, ladies and gentlemen. So please get out this news to every camp, to every commander and every general within the Ambazonia Restoration Fighters. It is very, very critical. It is very, very critical. And let me say this. If you are a fighter, if you are a commander, if you are a general, please, I will say, we have said, nobody in any camp should own a phone except the commanders maybe and the generals. Because your security, you can never trust anyone enough for your own security, especially if you are a general or a commander leading a camp. You can never give your own security entirely to somebody else. So the phones are very, very critical in every camp. In every camp, the commanders and the generals must make sure they hold the phones. They hold the phone, because if somebody carries the phone and sit around you and they are tracking that phone, there is no way you're gonna know. They will surprise you and kill you. They will surprise you and kill you. This is very, very critical, ladies and gentlemen. Again, let me repeat this announcement. The new plot that La République du Cameroon soldiers intelligence is employing to track down our commanders and our generals is to get black legs or traitors who are their friends, the friends of our commanders, the friends of our generals, people who know them, people who visit them. If they sell out, they will give them a phone. La République intelligence will give them a phone with a tracking device. La République du Cameroon soldiers will then at their own end, with their own phone, with a tracking device, a GPS device, will be able to track the phone of the traitor who is sitting with our general or commanders. And they will follow that GPS to the location, the exact location where our commanders or fighters or generals are, to kill them or to arrest them, abduct them. So please, let us spread this news and warn our restoration fighters, ladies and gentlemen, warn our restoration fighters to make sure nobody is carrying a phone. Nobody other than themselves is carrying a phone amongst them, because they cannot track them by their own phone unless they have that device also installed in their own phones. And this is also very important, very, very important. Commanders and generals in Ambazonia, Do not give your phone to anybody, because if somebody is a sellout, they can install that app in your phone, and they will use, and you do not know, they will use it to track you down and kill you. A traitor can just do that. Just collect your phone, do as if he's playing around with it, but download the app and install in your phone, and you become you get in danger, because anywhere you go, they are tracking you. This is very, very critical. Let us spread this news. Let us spread this news. Let it get out there to every Ambazonia camp, every Ambazonia commander and fighter out there. We can't emphasize this enough. We can't emphasize this enough. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will now take you to the main subject of this broadcast. I will now take you to the main subject of this broadcast. Now, before I do that, I'd like you to stay put. Take 1 minute. Take 1 minute to watch and listen to this. Again, I don't mean listen to this, because I am going to come back to break it down for you. Take a look.
Of an apocalypse welcome you at the Guantanamo military base in Bata. Houses shattered, armored cars totally burnt, weapons as sensitive as mortars and rocket-propelled grenades calcinated.
Les armes sont très dangereuses puisque la partie orange c'est l'explosif. Et avec les fortes chaleurs qu'il y a eu ces derniers jours.
On site are French military experts with experiences from Iraq, Afghanistan and Lebanon. Attention, be careful where you put your foot, they tell Ministers Joseph Betty Asomo and Paul Atanganji. The site remains dangerous as more explosives buried in the rubble could potentially be fatal. They also say particles of these weapons could be found as far as 15 kilometers from here, thus the need to secure the site and also sensitize the local population to be more vigilant.
Ça sera qu'un effort commun et surtout pour assurer la sécurité bien sûr de l'ensemble.
Effectivement, il y a une composante hygiénique dans la délégation qui reste.
The French experts also gratify President Paul Biya for deploying Cameroonian military experts, for according to them, their contributions will be instrumental. Veritable scenes of an apocalypse welcome you at the Guantanamo military base in Bata. Houses shattered, armored cars totally burnt, weapons as sensitive as mortars and rocket-propelled grenades calcinated.
Les armes sont très dangereuses puisque la partie orange c'est l'explosif. Et avec les fortes chaleurs qu'il y a eu ces derniers jours.
On site are French military experts with experiences from Iraq, Afghanistan and Lebanon. Attention, be careful where you put your foot, they tell Ministers Joseph Betty Asomo and Paul Atanganji. The site remains dangerous as more explosives buried in the rubble could potentially be fatal. They also say particles of these weapons could be found as far as 15 kilometers from here, thus the need to secure the site and also sensitize the local population to be more vigilant.
Ça sera qu'un effort commun et surtout pour assurer la sécurité bien sûr de l'ensemble.
Effectivement, il y a une composante hygiénique dans la délégation qui reste.
The French experts also gratify President Paul Biya for deploying Cameroonian military experts, for according to them, their contributions will be instrumental. Veritable.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. What you see on your screen, the devastation that you find on your screen took place precisely on March the 14th. March 14, a few days, about 4 days ago, about 5 days ago, actually, about 5 days ago, in a small town in Equatorial Guinea called Bata. A small town in Equatorial Guinea called Bata. Now, it took place exactly at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. again on March the 14th. Now, let me bring this to your understanding. We were very much aware of this warehouse. We were very much aware and monitoring this warehouse filled with ammunition meant for La République du Cameroon. We got intelligence from the presidency in Yaoundé. We got intelligence from the presidency in Yaoundé that they were about to transport this ammunition from Equatorial Guinea to Yaoundé. Our intelligence had told us there is infighting in Yaoundé within the ranks of the ruling junta. Some want the war to be over, and some want the war to just continue against those who are making money out of the war, just want the war to continue. And so there was disagreement. Stay on the line, Comrade Lagme. So there was disagreement, ladies and gentlemen, within the ranks in Yaoundé. And one of them from their presidency leaked the presence of this ammunition, this ammo in Equatorial Guinea to us here at the interim government, precisely to the Ambazonia ANSC, Ambazonia National Security Council. The intelligence was leaked to them, and the ANSC has since been monitoring this storage where the ammunition was stored. And so apparently our informant from the presidency in Yaoundé knows exactly. We do not want to come to you with any details. We are not bringing you any details. But the point I want to say to you is God is fighting for Ambazonia. We knew that there was this pile of weapons hiding in Bata, in Equatorial Guinea, and it could get into Cameroon at any time. You can look at your screen, look at the kind of mortars that you find there. They were going to get to La République du Cameroon at any moment, and they will take them over to Ambazonia to use in killing our people. But our intelligence was able to work on somebody to bring these mortars down, to cause the devastation, the destruction that you find there on your screen. A few other things that you should take note. You see the delegation of La République du Cameroon visiting Bata, Equatorial Guinea, visiting the site of that blast. You do not find a single Equatorial Guinean official or government member in that delegation. There is none. Who you find there? You find Atanganji and their Minister of Defense, and you find French military officials. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fighting the French. We are not fighting La République du Cameroon. We are fighting the French. How can you imagine that within hours of this blast, the whole place is filled with French intelligence officers, Israeli intelligence officers, and look at the volume of ammunition and ammo cars that were destroyed in that locality. When we say that God is fighting for us, ladies and gentlemen, He is indeed fighting for Ambazonia. Again, look at the men standing there. Can you imagine there is no single Equatorial Guinean official in that blast site? Can you imagine that? Now look at the level of devastation. Buildings are brought down. Guns are destroyed. You can name the rest. What billions? What billions? Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to know God is fighting for us. We know exactly what went on. We are not in the business to want to bring in you details, but we need the public to know that we are monitoring them. We are monitoring them. And you can bring in, you can ship in the next set of ammunition into Equatorial Guinea. We will still find out about it. We will still find out about it. Now, I am joined, ladies and gentlemen, by Comrade Langmi next door, who is the spokesperson for the ANC. The ANC. Again, that is the Ambazonia National Security Council. The ANC, Ambazonia National Security Council. The Ambazonia National Security Council knew of this stockpile of weapons. They knew about it. They got intelligence about it from the presidency in Yaoundé. They were monitoring it until the night, the afternoon, 2 p.m., March 14, in which these things were destroyed. And again, I will allow Comrade Nestor to tell us what he knows about this. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, Secretary Chris. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. If you can, it appears you are using your speaker phone. If you can turn off the speaker phone and use the microphone directly, that would be better. The sound quality will be better. Can you do that, please?
Thank you.
Oh, that's better now.
Is it better now?
It's better now. Awesome. All right. Now, tell me, this blast in Equatorial Guinea took place on March the 14th, exactly at 2 p.m. And I am very much aware that the ANC was following up on this stockpile. Tell us what you know prior to the blast on March the 14th, please.
Thank you, Secretary Chris, for having me on board. I will begin by saying that the beer occultic regime is falling, and definitely it will fall apart. The reappointment of Nyat Njifinji and Kaba Yege Jibril is a sign that the Biya regime will crumble sooner than later. This is a regime that has been living on the blood of Southern Cameroonians for the past 5 years and counting. The Amazonian National Self-Defense Council gathered this intelligence few months back. As you all can recall, Dictator Biya was busy recruiting innocent Amazonians and, of course, citizens of neighboring Republic of Cameroon to join their blood-sucking military. And they needed more arms to give to them so that they will come to Amazonia to continue to kill our people and to decimate our communities. This information was leaked from the presidency to the Amazonian National Self-Defense Council. I am not going to go into details, but rest assured, the inner scrambling in the Biya's regime will unfold sooner than later. The regime is a crumbling regime. There is all sign that moribunds like Nyat Njifinji and Kabai Yege Jibril is leading a nation. Ambazonians, rise up, because we are not going to be led by moribunds. We gathered this information, and the Amazonian National Self-Defense Council pleaded with our informant, and what happened had happened. No further explanation. Our God is alive. Amazonians should believe in the God of Amazonia. We are winning, and we are winning very big.
Now, comrade, for how long did the NSC know about these stockpiles before this March 14 explosion that destroyed them? For how long were you aware of it?
This information got to the Amazonian National Self-Defense Council about 2 months ago.
And did you know how those weapons got to Equatorial Guinea?
You know, the Amazonians are fighting a war against the French government. Now we all are aware of the fact that the American government have stopped to supply weapons to this dictatorial regime in Yaoundé. And we are equally aware of the fact that the German government is not dealing with La République du Cameroon in terms of armory. And there have been pressure on France and the dictatorial regime in Yaoundé to stop the war in Amazonia. France is using some of the French colonies to smuggle weapons, destructive weapons. All of you can see what is on that picture or in the video. These are weapons that was meant for La République du Cameroon definitely to use against the people of Amazonia. Our God is alive, and I can assure you more actions are on the way.
Now, the next question would be, why would La République du Cameroon import armor into Equatorial Guinea, which is a stone throw from Douala? Why not import those armor directly into Douala?
Like I said, the international community is mounting tremendous pressure on Dictator Biya to stop the war in Amazonia and to come to the negotiation table. Dictator Biya is using the French colonies in Africa to import these arms so that they will have a cover up. But like I said, this is a crumbling regime, and all the information within that regime is in our hands. Biya has, for the past 40 years, created a situation of betrayal. One of his ministers will betray another minister for him to stay in power. What goes around will comes around.
Now you have stated that you have said that the intelligence that led to the exposure of this armor came from within La République's presidency, correct? Was that from within the military ranks or what? You don't need to give anybody details.
There's no further information on that. What I will tell you is that it is an inside job.
Okay, have you been able to find out precisely the different types of armor? Because we know there are AKs, hundreds of thousands of AKs, then you have the armor cars, you have the RPGs. Do you have an idea of the gross number of weaponry destroyed in that blast?
We are talking about more than 4,000 AK-47, more than 2,000 rocket-propelled grenade RPG, and many armor cars that were destroyed in battle, Equatorial Guinea. We don't know the exact number, but it was a huge depot of armory this time for La République du Cameroon to kill Amazonia. We pleaded with our informant that Biya is committing genocide in Amazonia, and that has to stop, and our God answer our prayer. So Amazonia should be prayerful and continue to believe in our God, that our freedom is not negotiable, that our freedom is not a matter of if, but when. So everyone must have that belief. Fellow Amazonians, you must rise up to the task. Like I said in my opening statement, we are not going to be led by moribunds. Dictator Biya regime is an occultic regime, and anyone or everyone who is believing in Dictator Biya's regime has his moral aspect destroyed. This is a dictator, and I think the international community should mount pressure on this government to come to the negotiation table for them to stop the genocide in Amazonia.
Now, we see quite a number of buildings destroyed in that blast. Have you an idea what exactly that the perpetrator of that blast employed to cause such a damage? Could it be there were also explosives among the armor? Because I don't know what kind of explosive that one person could employ to cause such a damage?
Well, like I said, we don't know details about the quantity, but what I would tell you is that as destructive as La Republic du Cameroon government is, you can be assured that there were a lot of explosive and, of course, grenades in that depot.
What have you gathered of the presence of foreign experts, the French, the Israelis, and I think others? And if you listen to the commentator there, he says experts who have been to Syria, to Afghanistan. What do you make of those experts in Equatorial Guinea within that short span of time?
Well, Secretary Chris, like I said, Amazonians are fighting against the French indirectly. You can recall that we have spotted and videotaped French missionaries in Amazonia several times, trying to help La Republique du Cameroon, or actually fighting alongside La Republique du Cameroon to kill Amazonia. So their presence in Bata to assess that damage is not something that should be strange to us. What we know, the French are doing everything to keep us under captivity, and we are not going to let that happen.
Have we heard from the Equatorial Guinean Guinea government? Have they made any statement?
Not yet. The official statement that we read on social media is that that was an accident. But unfortunately for them, we know the story. Atanganji, the Minister of Territorial Administration, Cameroon Minister of Territorial Administration, knows the whole story, and I think he was there to assess the whole situation. Although he's short of information, he lacked the basic knowledge to assess a situation like that, but he was there, and he was there to cry over his losses and the losses of La Republique du Cameroon.
Isn't this the blast, the so-called accident, to which La Republique du Cameroon is said to have sent some aid to the people of Equatorial Guinea? Am I correct?
Yeah, La Republique du Cameroon will send aid to assess the damage of weapons to kill Africa. Right, Secretary Chris?
And their media, hold on there. And their media, rush to report that French Cameroon has sent aid. Paul Biya, as usual, you know, everything from that country comes from Paul Biya. Everything. Even if it is a diaper sent to anyone, it is from Paul Biya. So their media rush and reported that Paul Biya has sent aid to the Equatorial Guinean government, the Equatorial Guinea people, for an accident that took place. Now, that is an accident. Nothing, truth, ladies and gentlemen, can never come out of the Cameroon media. The accident happened to be their own weapons. Now, Comrade Lagme, tell us any idea how many people were killed in this? I'm hearing of over 200. I don't know how true it is. Any idea the number of casualties?
We learned that many people were killed in that situation. They call it an accident, but it was an inside job. Many people died in that bomb blast. It is very unfortunate that the French government is playing with lives in Africa, and La Republique du Cameroon government is playing with innocent lives. Many people died in that accident, but the people of Africa should know the truth that these arms were meant for La Republique du Cameroon, for them to use to kill innocent Amazonians.
Well, we hope that they are learning their lesson, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that this armor was destroyed doesn't mean that La Republique du Cameroon will not go for more. Remember again, these weapons are not bought with their money. The weapons are coming from their partners, especially the French. And do not forget, Equatorial Guinea isn't a French colony, it's a Portuguese colony. And the only difference there is that their leaders there behave like every other African leader, you know, giving comfort and aid to their friends, their counterparts in other countries, in this case, La Republique du Cameroon. So I have no doubt Why we celebrate, we rejoice over this. I have no doubt we should not lay down our courage, because this is going to continue. They will just, their masters will just give them more money in loans. In loans. They will not give it free, of course. The British will give them more money. The French will give them more money to buy just more arms. Comrade Lagme, I give you the last word.
Oh, thank you, Secretary Chris. I know you asked me a question about Mr. Paul Atanganji going to Equatorial Guinea to assess the damage.
Right.
I want to ask fellow Ambazonia and, of course, the citizens of neighboring La Republic du Cameroon, what does Atanganji knows about situation like this? We all know that this guy is a complete loser. He knows nothing except he's expert in manipulation and lies. I don't know if we have voices in the bushes in Bata, but it is very unfortunate. And it tells everyone, the level of La Republic du Cameroon government, the type of people that is controlling that government, that they send someone and they call it aid to go and help the people of Equatorial Guinea. Mr. Paul Atanganji does not have that power or that knowledge to assess situation like that. They went there because they have incurred massive loss. And Ambazonia should use this opportunity to beef up and to continue to fight this evil regime. And I want to tell the people of Ambazonia, the Ambazonian National Self-Defense Council is gearing up for the war, for the final phase of the war. Get yourself ready, because, like I always said, we are up to the task. We will defeat La Republic du Cameroon squarely. Dictator Biya has one escape route, and that is to come to the negotiation table with this interim government or with the people of Ambazonia. Anything short of that is war forever. You can take my word to the bank.
All right. Thank you, Comrade. Stay on the information, and we will keep briefing Ambazonian people.
Thank you, Secretary.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. And again, we would like La Republic du Cameroon again. I hear some people say Equatorial Guinea is a Spanish colony, not Portuguese. My mistake, if that is okay. If that is correct, I've always thought they were a Portuguese colony, but they are Spanish colony. All right, but this is very important. La Republic du Cameroon should know we have intelligence right in their secret places. Do not think you will hold your meetings and we don't know what you are doing, what you plan to do. We have known about this stockpile of arms, again, as you heard our spokesperson there, months before this took place. Other details we cannot put out here, but we are grateful this operation took place, and now everything is history. Everything is history, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have much more to bring to you today because I have to rush out for another engagement, but I thought to bring you this information about what we know, about this blast in Equatorial Guinea. We knew everything, we were monitoring it, and it came to pass. God is on our side, God is fighting for us, and I have no doubt He will continue to fight for us until the last man, standing, ladies and gentlemen. All right, before I go, I just want to bring to you, just share our condolences, ladies and gentlemen, Ambazonians, all of Ambazonia, our condolences to this tragic, tragic death of the Tanzanian president, somebody who was well loved, not just in his country, but in all of Africa, for the simplicity of a man that he was. There are very, very few leaders in Africa who will pass and attract the sympathies of the kind of population that has expressed their bitterness, their anger, and of course, condolences for the passing of the Tanzania president. I lived in Nigeria many years ago. I've never seen people celebrate the passing of somebody, talk less of a leader. But I lived in Nigeria and I saw when Sani Abacha died, there was celebration, ladies and gentlemen, everywhere. On the streets of Nigeria, people were celebrating, Abacha is dead, Abacha is dead, Abacha is dead. There was celebration everywhere. When a good man dies and a bad man dies, you see the difference in people's attitude. And we thank God for the people of Tanzania that they have just, as early as today, installed the vice president, the lady vice president, to become the president of Tanzania. We hope that she will continue in the good footing, of President Magufuli of Tanzania. On behalf of all the people of Ambazonia, this interim government sends its condolences to the people of Tanzania. You know that the people of Ambazonia stand with you, mourn with you, and also celebrate with you on the occasion of your new president. God bless you all. Fellow Ambazonians, that is it for tonight. I look forward to coming back. I may be a little long in coming back to you, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't see me, do not be surprised. I will be back. God bless you all, and you have a great night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just needed to come back. To remind you, all of you, because I know that when I made this announcement, it was quite early in the broadcast and some of you were not here. I just want to remind you, for those of you on ground zero, that you will no longer get ABC on the same configurations that you are used to. ABC will be going forward, beginning between Monday and Wednesday. You will have ABC in all of Africa, in all of Europe, and in all of Asia, and in part of Asia. We will be bringing you the new coordinates, the new configuration, so that you are able to find ABC on your satellite. This is very, very important. So please pass the news around to those on ground zero. Beginning, I guess, Monday or between Monday and Wednesday, ABC will be back on satellite on ground zero, and not just on ground zero and Africa, but in all of Europe and part of Asia. This is a good news. I really wish that we all pass it around. Again, we will be bringing you the coordinates, the data with which you are able to locate ABC on your satellite. Just that, I thought I should remind you about this. Good night. See you next time.